Hi everyone, welcome to your holiday alchemy scope. You are an embodied reflection of Source. You are thus infinitely empowered, abundant, and a co-creator with your context always. You are an alchemist. Divination works because the web of life is intelligently organized with coordinated and storied agency. Let's take a look at the stories playing out now. Hi everyone. So let's take a look at the macro cycle, the energy set, or the story that's imbuing the field for all of us at this time. The new moon in Sagittarius occurred on December 11th, and it occurred at 19 degrees Sagittarius. The Sabian symbol that is aligned with that degree point is, in an old-fashioned northern village, men cut the ice of a frozen pond for use during the summer. I love this symbol because for me what this is talking about is preparation. It's an optimistic view and a preparation for the future ahead, brighter days ahead. Now, if we move on to the Christmas full moon, I added that to this scope because I'm posting these late. It's a fascinating one. It's very appropriate for the astrological events that are aligned. A cat arguing with a mouse is going to be the Sabian symbol that is imbued at the full moon point of 3 degrees Cancer on Christmas Day. And interestingly, there is an opposition on Christmas Day between Mars in Libra, which is relationships, and Uranus in Aries, which is I, me, mine. So this is going to be an interesting dynamic between action of harmony in relationships and the sudden impetus for action of the self. And a lot of people are gathering with family over the course of this holiday season, and particularly on this day. So let's hold it all lightly and understand that there's a bigger cycle playing out, and there's a way to be responsible for our own thoughts and own actions as we navigate this dynamic, a cat arguing with a mouse Christmas Day. Capricorn, let's take a look at your I Ching hexagram that came up for you to reflect the energy set or the microcycle for you during this particular chapter. You received the I Ching hexagram number 53, a steady pace. The two trigrams that make up this hexagram are wind above, mountain below. Like an ancient old-growth forest, where the subtle play of light, texture, and shadows is the product of a process measured in centuries and inches, most things of lasting value develop gradually at their own pace. The ability to learn from experience, one of humanity's greatest treasures, implies constant yet gradual progress. The combination of stillness within and determination without are the essence of this condition. Good things sometimes sprout quickly. The truly delightful take much longer, like a beautiful tree on a mountainside. Capricorn, welcome to your holiday alchemy scope. So this is running between the Sagittarius December 11th new moon and the January 9th Capricorn new moon, yours. And these I'm posting late. So essentially this holiday scope is really covering for you this holiday time frame. Okay, so let's go ahead. I've already shuffled my Siri deck and I'm going to pull a synchronic spread. And we're going to go ahead and do what I've done in the past couple of months, and I'm going to pull a selection of archetype cards so that you can take a look at that and select the one that's vibrating for you the most. And then we'll pull a Colette Baron Reid Enchanted Map card. Okay, so let's get started. Oh, interesting. Okay. Capricorn, it might be that you have a similar spread to one I did the other day for another sign. I'm turning these cards over because they're just informing additional pieces to the section. Additional information pieces to the section of the spread. They're not reversals per se. Okay, so Capricorn, let's take a look. So what I ask, a reminder that when I ask the question, I'm asking, what situation, circumstance, or event is likely to be coming forward for the majority of awakening Capricorn-centric scope people. And also a note, I'm aware of the angle not being ideal for your view, but I wanted to have the lighting and this to just be an experience. So I'm going to go ahead and lift up the cards so you'll be able to see them. There's something, again, not unusual because, we're in the holiday season. So a lot of people are going to be getting together, but the central issue for you during this time frame is about seeing someone. There's an L missing in reflection, but that's what that says, reflection. You're going to be seeing somebody, and it could very well be that you're traveling somewhere to a place that you love. You're insisting on going somewhere to a place that you love, that brings back wonderful memories and great experiences, that was indeed a playful place for you. So for some of you out there, this is about taking a trip. It could be a short trip, or it could be something more extended, but typically the return visit card means kind of a quick visit. Maybe a week long versus a journey, weeks or months long. So it could very well be that you're returning to a place, a playful place, Capricorn, that brings you great joy, and that there's an insistence that you go, so that you actually decide I'm going and you just make it happen. You're resolute about it. It's interesting because the alone card is coming up. Cap, it could be for some of you that you choose to actually go to a retreat and spend time alone. But for some of you, it could be that you're feeling you've been lonely for too long, and that you're wanting to see people that you knew at this place, or because it could be that you're returning to a place that that you've been to before, that you are aware of. These are going to be a little bit hard to read with the low lighting, but this card is persevere. This card is time alone. So it could be that you're feeling like, okay, I'm very skilled at being alone, but now I'm going to insist that I see somebody. I'm going to insist that I see people. I'm going to insist that I make a move and return to this place that was so playful, So it could be that you're feeling like, I've been alone for too long. It's enough already. And I'm ready to connect with people. Now, that being said, another way to read this reading is that you're willing to see yourself in a new way now. So for some Caps out there, it's going to be that you're willing to see yourself in a new light. You're willing to actually look at yourself in an honest, authentic, deep way. And if that's the case, then a retreat where you spend time alone could be on the cards, so to speak, or in the cards, literally, for some of you out there, so that you maybe go to hone your skills of being alone, meaning a meditation retreat, meaning a yoga retreat, meaning a Vipassana retreat, something perhaps where you are in silence, for an extended period of time. So it could be for some Capricorns out there, that you're willing to see yourself in a new way and willing to go there and really be alone with yourself. But what I really get, the predominant message that I'm getting, is that you are already skilled at that, and you're done with that, and you're now insisting to have fun. You're now having some feeling like, I'm making a decision to play. Like I'm willing to allow the play now. And Capricorns, you know, you have been having Pluto transit your sign since 2008. And that is no small feat to go through that process. You know? So it could be very well. And on top of that, this has been a very intense year. You know, we completed our 7th and final Pluto-Uranus exact square that had been occurring over the previous 2.5 years. It's been full on. So I could see that a lot of Capricorns out there could very well be taking some sort of a breath and really wanting to see somebody you knew, go back to a place that you loved. Maybe get out of the feeling of isolation and actually insist on the play. Beautiful. So let's see, there's going to be more information, Capricorn, that will come up. I'm just going to show these to you again, though. It could be that a lot of you are insisting to return to a place that brought you great joy in the past. That would be lovely. So, Capricorn, let's go ahead and pull 3 Carolyn Miss archetype cards for you. And please tune in to one, and that will denote the what wants to mature in you specifically during this period of time. So there's 2. Actually, there's 3. Look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay. So go ahead, Capricorn, and tune in. Wow, that was lovely. And I'm going to go ahead and shuffle. While you tune in, I'm going to shuffle the Colette Baron Reed Enchanted Map deck and see an additional theme. So these cards pull in an additional theme, but also guidance. They also give us guidance. Okay, Capricorn. Oh, wow. Wow. Okay. So you've received Golden Palace. This is number 23. I'm going to read from her book. Golden Palace. Wow. Okay, lovelies. So let's see what we have here. So, Golden Palace, Capricorn. There is always enough. Upright. The Golden Palace card represents good fortune, ambitions fulfilled, wealth, and prosperity. It may also indicate emotional fulfillment, as perhaps you're entering a time of happiness that's long overdue. The message here is that self-worth isn't measured by what you have, no matter how abundant your life is. Instead, it comes from what you are, how authentically you're living your life, and how much love you're willing to share. Granted, receiving this card does indicate material gain and a furthering of tangible rewards, but things come and go, and knowing your true value leads to even greater riches now. Share the wealth. Now, this is lovely, because if we tie it into the spread that you just received, it could very well be that now you could be at this place of insisting for play, insisting to returning to a reality of play, of ease, of fun, of joy. And this abundance card is delicious guidance, because it's really about being in the natural, abundant flow of nature, letting your energy just flow, going with your bliss, Capricorn. Really lovely. So let's take a look. So please tune in if you haven't already chosen a card. And if you selected the far, interesting, Femme Fatale just came up for another sign. If you selected the far left card, what wants to be matured, Capricorn, is Femme Fatale. This is about evolving out of inappropriate use of sensuality and attachment to money and power. Now again, going back to the Colette Baron Reid Golden Palace card, there is that identification with wealth as being the end all. It can be the default kind of measurement of success and happiness, which of course that's not correct. So Femme Fatale is about evolving into highlighting the erotic energy of the feminine and opening your heart when your dependency is rejected. It is about a heart opening process, releasing any bitterness or entitlement to love. But it's very Venusian, this card, is it not? I mean, this is about really assessing the place for what you value, money versus love, and if there's some condition placed on one or the other. If you picked the center card, again, this one just came up. So what I would say is, if Capricorns watching this have a Sagittarius rising or vice versa, or a moon, you definitely want to watch both scopes, because these are very linked. Poet, about turning, evolving out of, away from turning lyric gifts to negative or destructive effect, and moving it into expressing soul insights in symbolic language. So Capricorn, again, if you have some Sagittarius aspects, you definitely want to check out both scopes, especially if you selected the same card in both. Very powerful messages, that. Now, if you selected the far right card, what wants to be matured in you is Knight. And this has to do with love as well. So this is about allegiance to a destructive order or principle and romantic delusions, and moving into, evolving into loyalty, romance, and chivalry, a love of honor. It's about integrity, deep alignment to that which you value. Beautiful, Capricorn. Wow. Okay. So let's move on to your Dakini and see what's coming up for you there. Capricorn. So we come now to the final component of your alchemy scope. And here I pull up the Dakini Goddess from Penny Slinger's 64 Dakini Oracle. And this is to bring forward the embodiment, the optimal embodiment for you to move through this particular chapter with least effort and optimal flow. You received number 48, Algea. In the primal soup where water mixes with earth, Algea replicates, creating matter. So Capricorn, I am going to do what I've done in previous months. I'm going to read two components here from Penny Slinger's large write-up on Algea. The first is the transmission, and the second is the affirmation. The transmission for you, for Algea, is this: from my body, life emerges. I feel it dividing and multiplying. within the cells of me. Life creating life floods my being with ecstasy, and I writhe orgasmically. The affirmation, Capricorn, for you is this: my being is comprised of intelligent colonies. I honor every cell of my body as equal to myself. I am connected to the cellular consciousness of all being, all potential. Beautiful, Capricorn. Algea is foundational. It's life. It's the field from which life emerges, really. So I'm wishing you a beautiful holiday season. There will be more coming from me soon. Make sure to check out my services, as there's much offering there. In fact, last-minute Christmas gifts are available for you there as well. So until soon, I'm sending love. Bye.